What if your financial reality is not a fixed fact, but a past assumption you keep agreeing to? And what if winning the lottery or attracting any sum of money has nothing to do with luck and everything to do with law? You have been taught to chase, to struggle, to work for money. But you were not born to chase, you were born to command. The power you have been searching for out there is the very power that is looking through your eyes right now. In the next few minutes, you will not learn a technique. You will awaken a truth. Stay with me until the very end, and you will understand how to select a new reality. Because you will remember that you are not the seeker of wealth, you are its source. You believe in luck, don't you? You see a man win a great fortune, a lottery, and you say, how fortunate, a random turn of the wheel. You attribute it to chance, to the blind spinning of the universe. But I am here to tell you, there are no accidents in the world of consciousness. Not a single one. Every event, every circumstance, every windfall that you call luck is nothing more than the outpicturing of a sustained inner state. It is the law of assumption made visible. The world is your mirror, reflecting back to you the truth of who you believe yourself to be. So, when you look at wealth, at abundance, what do you see? A far-off dream? Something for others? Or are you seeing a reflection of a state you have not yet dared to occupy? The power is not in the ticket, my friend. It has never been. The operant power is, and always has been, your own wonderful human imagination. This isn't about wishing or hoping. To hope for a win is to scream into the void that you do not have it. It is an admission of lack. It is the prayer of the beggar. The law of assumption responds not to your pleas, but to your conviction. A sustained assumption is a state of being you enter and live from. It's the quiet inner certainty that it is already done. It's walking, talking, and breathing from the feeling of your wish fulfilled. You don't shout it from the rooftops. You wear it like a comfortable coat. The man who wins doesn't just hope to win on the day, he buys the ticket. He has been, consciously or unconsciously, living in the state of the winner. He has been rehearsing the feeling of relief, of security, of freedom. He has, through his own inner world, selected that reality. And the world, having no choice, simply conforms. But that's only the surface of this truth. You chase after money. You see it as the prize, the ultimate goal, but you have it all backwards. Money is a symbol, a shadow. It is the necessary consequence of a particular state of consciousness, and nothing more. It is a servant, not the master. You don't manifest money. You manifest the state of abundance, and money, like a loyal attendant, rushes in to play its part. To fixate on the lottery numbers, on the physical cash, is to stare at the shadow on the wall while ignoring the one who casts it. And who casts it? I am your consciousness. Your awareness of being is the one and only reality. When you dare to assume the state of wealth, you are not asking for money. You are commanding it. You are claiming your birthright. The world rearranges itself around your assumption always, without fail. This is the law. So, let us discard this childish notion of chance once and for all. It is a comforting lie you tell yourself to avoid the awesome responsibility of being the operant power in your world. To believe in chance is to declare yourself a puppet, pulled by the strings of an indifferent universe. But you are not a puppet. You are the puppeteer. Every moment you are selecting your future from an infinite array of possible states. You select it with your feelings, with your assumptions. When you feel lack, you select a reality of lack. When you persist in the feeling of abundance, you select a reality of abundance. There is no other cause. The lottery, the inheritance, the unexpected business opportunity, these are merely the bridges of incident. The natural pathways the universe unfolds to bring your assumption into your world. The how is not your concern. Your only concern is your state. Here's what changes everything. Look around you now. Your current financial reality is not the result of your past actions, your education, or the economy. It is the hardened fact of your past assumptions. It is the memory of who you used to be. But you are not that person anymore, are you? Right now, in this very moment, you can select a new state. You can close your eyes to the world of Caesar, the world of so-called facts and figures, and enter the inner world that is the only true reality. What does it feel like to be outrageously wealthy? Not to think about it, but to feel it. That feeling, that is the key. That is the creative act. That is the seed you plant in the fertile soil of your consciousness. To hold that feeling, to sustain that assumption with faith and certainty, is to guarantee the harvest. It is not a matter of if, but only of when. And so, you have been praying for money. You have been desiring it, begging for it, working yourself to the bone for it. You tell the universe, I want to be wealthy, and you wonder why your prayer goes unanswered. It is because you are praying amiss. Desire, by its very nature, is an admission of lack. To desire something is to confess that you do not have it. And consciousness, the great I am within you, only objectifies what you are, what you assume yourself to be. As long as you remain in the state of desiring, you will only manifest more desire. You are perfectly perpetuating the state of not having. The universe doesn't hear your words, it feels your state. And your state is one of want. The law is perfect. You are a master at creating more longing. But you are not born to long. You were born to be. Here is the secret that turns the key. Money, abundance, security, they flow to you only when you feel you already possess them. This is the great paradox. You must give before you can receive, but you must give it to yourself. On the inside, you must shift your consciousness from the state of the desirer to the state of the possessor. It is a radical change in your inner world. This isn't about pretending or lying to yourself. It is the selection of a higher reality. You must dare to feel what it would feel like if it were true. What is that feeling? It is not giddy excitement. It is calm. It is security. It is a quiet confidence. It is the naturalness of already being the person who has what you once desired. The feeling of possession is a state of peace. It is the feeling of I am. Your struggle has been in the wrong direction. You have been trying to change the reflection in the mirror without changing your face. You have been fighting the shadows on the wall. The common approach is one of struggle, of chasing, of trying to manipulate the outer world into giving you what you want. But the outer world is deaf and dumb. It only responds to one command, the command of your sustained assumption. By constantly focusing on your empty bank account, on the bills, on the evidence of lack, you are only impressing that state deeper and deeper into your consciousness. You are a powerful creator, yes, but you have been creating what you do not want. You are in a state of lack, and it is a powerful magnet for more lack. Now, go deeper. How do you feel possession when your senses deny it? You do it by turning your back on the tyranny of the senses. You must shut the door on the world of Caesar for a moment. This is the true work, not out there, but in here, in the temple of your own imagination. The feeling of possession is created within. You must ask yourself, how would I feel if all my financial dreams were now realized? And you must capture that specific feeling. Is it relief? Is it freedom? Is it the joy of being able to provide for your loved ones without a second thought? You must isolate that feeling and wear it like a garment. You must feel its texture, its weight, its comfort. You must walk around in your mind wearing this new state of consciousness until it becomes your nature. You already are that person. You are simply selecting that version of yourself. So, stop begging, stop asking, stop desiring, and start being. The shift from lack to abundance is not an event that happens to you. It is a state you choose to occupy. You are not trying to attract money. You are allowing the money that is already yours by divine right, by the law of your own being, flow to you. This is done by claiming the feeling of possession. Right now, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Feel the sublime security of it. Walk in that assumption. Sleep in that assumption. Let it be the last thing on your mind at night and the first thing upon waking. To sustain this feeling is everything. But just feeling wealthy can be vague. There is a more potent way to ignite this state, a way to live from the end. To simply feel rich is a noble attempt, but it can be vague, like trying to grasp smoke. Your imagination requires a form, a vessel to pour itself into. This is the secret of imagining from the end. You do not visualize the money itself. That is the beginning, the means. You are not concerned with the means. You go directly to the end. The end is the scene, the moment, the conversation that would take place after your wish has been fulfilled. If you desire to win the lottery, do not imagine the numbers being drawn. That creates tension. Instead, imagine a scene that implies it is already done. What would you do the day after? Perhaps you'd have a quiet conversation with someone you love, telling them, it's done, we are secure. Feel the reality of that moment. That is the end. And how do you construct this scene? You must do it in the first person. This is crucial. You are not watching a film of yourself being wealthy. You are the wealthy person, right here, right now. You must feel the chair you are sitting on in the scene. You must see the room through your own eyes. If someone is congratulating you, you must feel their hand in yours. You must hear their voice with your own ears. The sensory vividness of the imaginal act is what gives it life. Are you an observer of your dream, or are you the one living it? To watch it from the outside is to remain separate from it. To experience it from within, in first-person reality, is to become one with it. It is to make it real in the only place reality truly exists, your own consciousness. This act of imagining from the end is how you create the state of possession. The imaginal scene is the catalyst that generates the specific feeling, the emotional signature of the wish already being a fact. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a physical one. When you successfully create the feeling of the end, your inner world is rearranged. You have impressed upon your deeper mind the conviction that it is so. You have planted the seed. The feeling, the state, generated by that 5-second scene is what you must then carry with you as you walk back into the world of Caesar. You are no longer John Smith who wants to be rich. You are now John Smith who is rich, and you are simply waiting for the outer world to catch up. But that's only the surface of this power. Think of a simple, natural scene. The more natural, the more effective. Grand, outlandish fantasies are harder for you to accept. What is a natural consequence of your desire being fulfilled? Is it seeing your bank balance and feeling a profound sense of peace? Then construct that scene. See the numbers on the screen. Feel the phone in your hand. Feel the wave of relief and calm wash over you. Is it the ability to give generously? Then imagine the scene. Imagine writing a check to someone in need, not with a feeling of sacrifice, but with a feeling of effortless abundance. Feel the pen in your hand. See their smile. Feel the warmth of gratitude. These simple, implied scenes are the portals to a new state of being. Do not mistake this for idle daydreaming. This is not an escape. This is the primary creative act. You enter the imaginal scene for one purpose only, to capture the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Once you have that feeling, you can drop the scene. The prayer is answered. Your job is then to remain faithful to this new state, to this feeling of possession, to walk, talk, and act from this inner conviction. The scene was the spark, but the sustained assumption is the fire that rearranges the world. You think this power is in the imagination itself, but the imagination is merely the workshop. The true source of this miracle, the ultimate operant, power, lies deeper still. It is the very foundation of your being. Understood, we now arrive at the core of the power. Here is the fourth block. Based on the topic, the role of consciousness. You have been told that the power lies in your imagination, and it does. But the imagination itself is but a tool, a sacred workshop. The true source, the operant power, the substance of all things, is your consciousness, your awareness of being, the feeling of I am. Before you are a man or a woman, rich or poor, healthy or sick, you are simply I am. That is the one and only reality. Money does not come from a job. It does not come from an investment. It does not come from a lottery ticket. These are merely the channels, the pathways, the worldly means that your manifestation will use to reach you. But the source is not external. The source is God, and that God is your own wonderful I amness. All things exist in you. All things flow from you. Because of this, the belief that you must struggle for money is the greatest spiritual obstacle you have placed upon yourself. You have been taught that hard work and sacrifice are virtues required for wealth. But in the world of consciousness, they are simply the description of a state. If you hold the assumption that wealth must come through painful struggle, then the law, in its infinite loyalty, will provide you with a life of painful struggle to attain it. You are decreeing the difficult path. You are choosing it. But you can choose another path. You can choose the path of grace. You can select the state of consciousness for which abundance is natural, easy, and effortless. To the one living in the state of wealth, money flows freely. It is his nature. Struggle is foreign to him. See the external world for what it is, a shadow, a mirror. It is not the cause, it is the effect. The people you meet, the opportunities that appear, the circumstances of your life. They are all messengers, servants to your state of consciousness. They have no power to act on their own. They are simply reflecting the truth of what you have assumed is true within yourself. When you truly change your state, the entire world rearranges itself to mirror that change. People will suddenly be kind. Doors that were once shut will swing open. The perfect idea will strike you as if from nowhere. These are not miracles in the traditional sense. They are the natural unfolding of the law. You are the cause. The world is just the channel. Here's what changes everything. Your I amness is the only bank. Your consciousness is the infinite vault. All the wealth that has ever existed or will ever exist is contained within you as potential, waiting for you to claim it through your assumption. When you look to your employer as your source, you are looking at a shadow. When you look to the economy as your source, you are giving power to a reflection. You are worshipping false gods. The only source is the I am within you. This is the great revelation. So, you do not pray to a distant god for money. You claim your divine birthright from the God within. You do this by changing your awareness of being. You stop being a person who wants wealth and start being wealth. The declaration is not I will have. The declaration is I am. Therefore, your entire reality is simply the objectification of your concept of self. What you believe yourself to be, you are. Your state of consciousness is defined by the sum total of your assumptions. And this creates your self-concept. I am unlucky. I am someone who always struggles. I am not worthy of great wealth. These are not observations of reality. They are the very creative decrees that are shaping your reality moment by moment. The world is only showing you who you have conceived yourself to be. So the ultimate question is not about how to get money. The question is, who are you? And are you willing to die to your current concept of self, to let it go completely, so that a new one may be born? To enter a new reality, you cannot take your old self with you. That self, the one defined by lack and limitation, does not exist in the state of abundance you desire. Therefore, a spiritual death must occur. You must willingly abandon your current concept of self. This is the true price. You must stop being the person who is trying to get money and become the person who has it. This is not about changing your outer actions first. It's about a radical shift in your identity, your I amness. Every time you react in the old way, every time you worry about money, you are resurrecting the old man you swore to leave behind. You must let him go. Anoint yourself with the feeling of the new man, the new self-concept, and remain faithful to him. And as you assume this new self, you must do the one thing that frightens the rational mind. You must let go. Let go of the how, let go of the when, let go of the need to see immediate proof. To be anxious about the means by which your dream will be realized is to confess that you do not truly believe it is done. It is a profound lack of faith. Your only responsibility is to occupy the state of the wish fulfilled. That is all. The how, The when, the where, these are not your concern. They are the domain of the deeper power, the I am, which has ways and means you know not of. To trust this power is to truly let go. You have planted the seed in the soil of consciousness. You do not dig it up every day to see if it is growing. You trust the law of the harvest. This trust is what is called faith. Faith is not hope. Faith is loyalty to your unseen reality. It is the unwavering conviction that your assumption, though denied by your senses, is a hardened fact in the world of spirit and must objectify itself. In your world, when doubt whispers in your ear, as the world of Caesar screams its evidence of lack, you do not argue, you do not fight. You simply and quietly return to the state of the wish fulfilled. You feel the reality of the end once more. You walk in that assumption of wealth as though it were already a memory. This persistent return to your chosen state is the essence of faith. It is the stillness and confidence that knows it is already done. This is how you sustain the inner image. You do not just perform an imaginal act once and hope for the best. You must live in the house of your fulfilled desire. You must think from it, not of it. Thinking of your goal creates separation. Thinking from it implies union. How would the wealthy you think? How would he feel waking up in the morning? He would not be plotting how to get money. He would be thinking about how to wisely use the abundance he already has. You must begin to think from that state now. This is what it means to pray without ceasing. It is not an endless repetition of words, but an endless dwelling in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You are no longer becoming, you simply are. So you see, the journey is complete. It began with dismissing chance and accepting a law of your own consciousness. It moved from mere desire to the feeling of possession, using the power of imagining from the end. You have understood that consciousness is the only source, and that your self-concept is the reality you project. Now, you change that self-concept, you embody the new state. You let go with absolute faith. There is nothing more to do. The creative act is finished. You have selected a new reality. You have impressed it upon the one and only source, and the world will now move heaven and earth to make it so. Your harvest is certain. The shift is done. You are not working towards a new reality. You are simply allowing it to be seen. You did not come here to learn how to attract wealth. You came to remember that you are wealth. The law is perfect. What you assume now with feeling becomes your world. So the only question that matters is this: what state are you choosing to embody right now? Let me know in the comments below. What old belief about yourself did you let go of while listening? Subscribe to this channel and activate the notifications, because this awakening has just begun. And do not stop here. The next layer of this truth is waiting for you. Click the video on your screen now and go deeper.